versus the Minnesota Vikings.
Stadium in Minneapolis. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. And the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best.
You get the ball at halftime.
Nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Let's go.
The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading him out is
J.J. McCarthy,
quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
McCarthy off the play fake. Finds his man. There's
Second and
Jordan
7.
Addison. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle, Jones. And down right around
3rd and 3.
2-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
McCarthy, 3rd and short yardage. Dancing to his left.
4th down.
Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And a pretty good burst right there.
Probably coming back.
Take this down to the 33.
Legal block in the back, okay. Second and 1, okay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Henry again on second down.
First down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side.
Second and 7.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Jackson now. Underneath here to Hill.
3rd and 3.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Henry.
First down.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
2nd and 1.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly,
3rd and 1.
but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
First down.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's
2nd and 10.
incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll take it into
Touchdown.
the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 14 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his
3rd and 2.
Incomplete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Incomplete, 4th down.
You don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game.
First down.
Would be ideal.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's
first down.
Flowers with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah, this should be one right here.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
I know I want to throw it too, but I'm looking at that safety because they playing deep. They got 2 high safeties.
Jackson. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. He pushes forward for
3rd and 5.
Down to the 6-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
I know how I want to throw it to, but I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the safety and I'm looking at the linebacker. If you see what I see.
Now Jackson.
Okay, my tight end caught it, but that ball was supposed to be intended for my receiver. So I'm glad Mark Andrews was right there to catch it.
Touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words is
it was supposed to be receiver that was running that little slant.
They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense.
That was who the ball was supposed to be intended to. But I'm glad my tight end caught it.
Well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Jones.
They got me.
Opening, and there he goes.
Aaron Jones got me. He ran right through.
Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, 75 yards.
Okay.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way
I know I want to throw it to because they
right
playing
now, the
2 safeties.
They're locked in really well.
Let's see here.
Now Jackson on first down. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Right side and intercepted.
That was my fault.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago.
I should have threw it away.
Pretty
That
good.
was my
And then
fault.
you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top.
And he goes down. The Ravens
Taking it 17.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, he's got him. The tight end
39.
Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. They're going back to the same
4th down.
It's Hawkinson again. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
1st down, but did he catch it before he went out of bounds? I know they probably going to review it.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
I guess he did.
Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be out of
1st down.
but not before he takes it inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
2nd and 5.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. In motion left, Flowers. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
First down.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
3rd and 6.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
First down.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill.
3rd and
He's
6.
going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little
Thinking about throwing this to DeAndre Hopkins.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Nope.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. To the air with McCarthy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's McCarthy. That is caught by Thielen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Stick him with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle and complete to Addison.
2nd and 2.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Open man is not. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah,
Face
I don't think
mask.
you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just
Defense.
go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So they'll get
Automatic
the
first
yardage on
down.
the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he
Timeout.
has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first
I did not
half,
see
so
him.
We don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper.
I was
Let's
following
just go
the
out and play our
receiver.
best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's
First down.
Down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not
I'm
going
going
to
for
get
it.
done.
I know this may be a bad decision, but I'm going for it.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be
I should have
batted
kicked it
down,
off.
and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a
That was my
curious
fault.
decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now.
Let's hope the
in
defense can
excellent
hold up.
field position.
Come on, D.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
2nd and
3
7.
yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Jones.
3rd and 3.
Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now McCarthy.
Oh my God.
Wide and intercepted.
Come on, come on, come on.
And the Ravens are going to have
Didn't
the
quite
short
think it.
field here as they'll take
But we needed
over
that.
right at the 50. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those.
First down.
Those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside handoff, Henry. And this will leave him a yard
2nd and
short.
1.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped
First
at the
and goal.
6. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time they're able to bottle him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
3rd and goal.
He's halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Can we punch it in right here? Can we do it? Let's see.
Henry will take
Touchdown.
this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
2nd and 13.
The average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
Could have been a pick, but 3rd and 13, we'll take it.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He gets it to Addison.
And
4th down.
This up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. .31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Flush to his right, and he just gets
2nd and 10.
Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got it across the midfield.
3rd and 2.
And into Viking territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long,
1st down.
Passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
I know who I'm about to throw it to on this play, but I gotta keep on the lookout for a 1 defender.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his left. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch.
Did he secure the catch before he went out of bounds?
15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's
Probably
the call.
incomplete because that left foot didn't come down. Oh, it's incomplete. Okay, it's complete. Okay. They were just showing it at the wrong angle for me.
There, and that's going to cost him the
But we'll take it.
Timeouts. A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and 3.
And now they're in the hurry up. In motion left, Flowers. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And that is not fooling anyone.
I'm going for it.
He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. 4th down, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man.
1st and goal.
Complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Henry and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide.
3rd and goal.
It's halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They set up the screen
Touchdown.
for Henry. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
That could have been picked by Raekwon Smith. 2nd and 10.
And it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a toss left side
3rd and 7.
in the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, McCarthy. He's got his target.
They
That's complete.
got it anyway.
Get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Scott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
3rd and 6.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He's got his man. That's Naylor. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
3rd and 11.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make
Pass interference, defense number 7, 15 yards, 1st down.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
2nd and 6.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing.
3rd and 5.
And let's go.
Their time to shine. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Henry up the middle. And he gets this to the 35.
3rd and 1.
For a gain of 5. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Try to take this home. They'll run. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
I thought it was a pass play.
On 1st down, Henry going to be swallowed up in the backfield as he'll wind up losing about 3.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Now Jackson.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
1st down.
This is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be
Out of bounds. First and goal.
Full yard shy of the 5. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Touchdown.
Across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 25 seconds remaining.
Now McCarthy throwing on first down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Oh, this is his first catch. I ain't seen him in all game.
Silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
That's caught by Addison. And he's got a first down as he's tackled inbounds at midfield.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna be right back.